What a beautiful morning to be in the garden. Let me tell y'all, it has been so hot and so humid that I needed to be smart because we've been in the mid 90s, but that doesn't include the heat index. And so oftentimes I will try to get up on the weekends early in the morning around 6:30 because it's light and just try to do some gardening chores and do some different things to keep me on track. But then I will come back inside around, let's say, about 9, because by then it has gotten hot. And then I won't come back out again, y'all, until like maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock. But it's such a beautiful morning. We're supposed to get some rain. Now, what I will tell you is that they said it was going to rain yesterday, and we may have gotten about 4 minutes of rain. So I guess it did rain, but not like I thought it was going to be. So what I'm going to do this morning is take some time to go and do some gardening maintenance to my raised beds. And so I want to take you along with me about all of the things I do. Now, I probably won't get to all of them today. I just try to break it up, maybe do a couple one day, just depending on the time. And then also so that I don't get overwhelmed either, because right now I am doing a lot of harvesting of the tomatoes, the zucchini, the squash, and it's such an amazing feeling, y'all. It is just so great. I've been doing things like freezing the tomatoes, dehydrating the zucchinis, because again, I shared with y'all, I think Chris is getting tired of zucchini, although I put some squash and some pasta last night for our dinner. But let me share with you, I think I'm just going to work on these two beds right here this morning, and I want to just go over what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, y'all, so I have been shocked by this tomato right here. I was seriously waiting on this tomato, and I'll make sure that I link the video where we did the tomato harvest, because I try my best to let them ripen as long as I can on the vine. I really haven't had any type of pest pressure or anything like that. I had been eyeing this one, but I do not know what has happened, because it looks like, do y'all see that? I don't know if it's cracking, but all of this right here is soft. So I'm gonna just take that off, and I have no idea what has went on with that, but we'll take it off and then we'll keep going. We do have more tomatoes on this one, and then I'm not gonna do it today because the dehydrator is going right now with some zucchini in there. But what I will do is start to harvest some of this sage and dry it. Sage is one of the herbs that I use in tea, and then I also use it around the holidays, like in my dressing. So we will preserve some of those. And if you remember a while back, I really took a huge chop to this oregano. So we're not going to worry about that today. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these. The slugs were eating these, and it just looks like it damaged it so much to where I don't think it's going to bounce back. But I wanted to show you all, we're starting to get some of the Tabasco peppers right here. Now, y'all know I don't do hot peppers. I think the hottest that I go is jalapeno, but I am gonna make like a pepper sauce with this for our family, to eat with the greens for those who like it. I'll put like a drop or two on there, but y'all know how I feel about you know how I feel about hot peppers, but I still grow them because we still have people in our family that do like it. And so a few weeks ago, I did a video where we really deadheaded this speed well right here. And can y'all see the new growth that it has gotten since then? That's why I tell you, if you want blooms all summer long, then you're gonna have to deadhead. And I know it may hurt at first, but it will really come back, and that's what those have been doing. So I still may come in and just clean up these ones that have been spent right here, but I definitely want to keep the blooms coming. What I really wanted to share with y'all, I was getting nervous with these Armenian cucumbers, and I really wanted to show y'all the growth right now. And I got a secret to tell y'all, is that I was supposed to thin them out. Yes, I was, but I didn't. And now that they've grown, I don't want to. So this is what I'm going to do, y'all. Remember, I told you I'm one of those ones that like to experiment in the garden. So I am going to just leave them. I'm going to let some climb up this trellis. I also may let some climb over the bed just to see, because look, y'all, they got all type of flowers on here. Like I just can't do it. So this is what I call intensive. And I'm hoping that we don't get like, any powdery mildew, any pests. But I'm okay with this because we got cucumbers that are growing in other places in the garden. But I've tried to train these to start climbing up, but I just don't have the heart to pull them. So either we're going to have a whole bunch of cucumbers, or this may be a fail, but I will keep you posted on that. And so a few weeks ago, I shared with you that I had planted marigold right here, and the slugs actually ate them up. And so we put some dahlias right here, and these were on what I call the dead and dying rack. So I know that it'll take them maybe a couple of more weeks. I got a deadhead to try to start growing again, but I'm okay with that. So today what I want to do, and I also have some dahlia that's in the back that hasn't been doing too good. So today I'm just going to feed this bed really well, prune up some things, clean up some things, and then watch it grow. So I'm also going to work on this bed as well. Let me tell y'all, I don't know what they're doing. We're still having Japanese beetles. I don't have my cup with soapy water, but we still got them. And so I do see a little bit of a decrease in them. But what I am going to do is come this fall, I'm going to start treating then. But for this bed right here, I'm going to go ahead. I've been using these clips to train the tomatoes on both trellises. So we're going to clip some so that when they started making tomatoes, they don't get heavy and break. So I'm going to have to like pull these in very carefully and go ahead and clip them. And then I'm waiting on these peppers. I really am. It's like they are taking forever. But here is a quick tip, y'all, that I always tell you. Since we've been having temperatures in the upper 90s, a lot of your plants are either going to slow down or they're going to stop growing because it's just so hot. And remember, I said about the heat index as well. So although the temperature may say 95, sometimes it can feel like 105. So oftentimes they do slow down, which I have been witnessing that. But this is the Mad Hatter pepper. Now this is supposed to be the sweet one, and I really wanted to grow this because I like the shape of the peppers right here. And then we got some things that's trying to pick up over here. I have written in my journal that peppers have not been very good in this garden. But what I will say is when we were in Savannah, they kind of did the same thing. They didn't take as much pest damage, but once it started to cool off, I noticed that they really started to flourish. And once again, for these, we're just going to go and we're going to just make sure everything is okay. If I need to do a little cleanup, a little deadhead, but most of all, we're going to go ahead and feed the garden. And that way we can say these two beds are done. Now, what I will tell you is I will show you again what we have been using. I'm not endorsing it because it's our first time. That's the only reason why. And so I can't give you like any data as to how, if it's a big difference to it. So I'm just kind of watching everything, seeing the growth when I use it. But so far so good in the garden. Like, I'm so pleased by this being the first summer that we are growing summer crops here. We started in the fall, we started off small, and I'm just slowly but surely taking my time and trying to expand the garden. And it'll take some time, and I always tell y'all the same: give yourself some grace, because again, I work a full-time job, and so a lot of the things that I want to do I can't do because of the time constraints. But I really try to get out here on the weekends and in the evenings and do what I can. That's why I keep a routine when it comes to the garden, so that I don't get overwhelmed. So we did have a light shower, and now the pollinators are starting to come back out on the speed well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until the evening time to just go in and clean up a few of these, y'all, because I do not want to get popped. I've been getting popped enough by whatever keeps popping me and swelling me. So I'm just gonna wait till they go into their hive, and then I'll come back in the evening time or early in the morning, and we'll go ahead and take care of just a little bit more deadheading and a little bit more trimming. But again, if y'all remember from another video, when I tell you, if you definitely want to bring the pollinators to your garden, plant you some type of speedwell, because they absolutely love it. Really quickly what we're using to feed our plants today. So this is the bioactive vegetable supercharger. This is by Purple Cow Organics, and I'll show you all how it looks. And we just take, since we're using a 2-gallon can, we just use 2 scoops in there. But we also have been mixing this liquid CX1 in here as well. Now you can use this alone, or you can kind of add it to the powder form as just like a little bit of boost. So this is what we've been using to feed our garden this season. So we got everything fed. I did a little bit of trimming. I got one more thing that I am doing right now that came up, and I want to show you. It's a little bit tedious because I'm trying to make sure I don't cut off the wrong thing. So this is the berry patch right here, and let me tell y'all, these strawberries were so good. They were a little smaller than your normal grocery store strawberries, but they were really sweet. And I'm not a strawberry lover, and I've told y'all, but these right here had me eating just a few this season. And then also what I was doing is taking the strawberries and making strawberry lemonade. So I'm in here cleaning up some of the leaves that are spent, some of the fruits that kind of have dried on the plant, because one of the things I don't want to do, at first we had a little bit of slug problem here in this area, got that up under control. So I don't want any, I don't want to start that back up. But then I'm also being careful because a lot of the plants are starting to produce runners. And y'all know I have done videos on how you can propagate these and make new strawberry plants, because every few years, once I see the strawberries kind of being less productive than I will either get new strawberry plants, or in this case, I'm able to take those runners that we have that are being produced and replace them with them. So I'm just going to go in and really just clean up this plant, take off some of the old leaves, take off the dried fruit, and then that will be it, y'all. So that means we will have done everything, completed everything for, I call this the phase one of the garden. So if you haven't been with us for a while, when we first moved here, these 4 raised beds and the arches were the very first thing that we put back here. So this will always be like phase 1, and then you'll hear me sometime reference phase 2 as that portion over there. But what my ultimate goal is to go ahead, get everything just tidied up in this area so that I could sit back, cool out, and kind of plan and prepare for fall. Y'all put it in the comments below. Do you realize that in about another 4 to 6 weeks, it's really going to be time to start prepping, if you're able, for the fall garden? If you stay in a zone where you're able to grow throughout the fall and the winter, and by us being in zone 8A, the Atlanta area, I definitely have a fall garden each season. This will be my second season here, but the first summer garden here. I hope I'm not confusing y'all, but I'm super excited of the process. I always love to make these videos, y'all, so y'all can hold me accountable, just so I can film and show you what I have been doing. So as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you share this video with your family and your friends, and if you're not a subscriber, go ahead, tap the subscribe button. Make sure you tap the bell so that you can receive notification each and every time we upload a new video. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and until the next video, bye bye.